machine gun fire. We had to bleed for every orchard, every field, every hedgerow. For 33 days, we fought without relief and without reinforcements. But we held the Krauts off the beaches and chopped up 2 of his divisions. We got chopped up some ourselves. Of the 13,000 men of the 82nd who went into Normandy, only 5,000 were left on their feet when they evacuated us July 14th. But the beachhead was secure. 4 divisions were ashore and more were coming. Many more. We had done our job. How well we had done it was told by the top man himself. It is to the airborne forces that immeasurable credit for the subsequent success of the Western operation belongs. Back in England, we went into the reserve and relaxed. If you call parading relaxing. Meanwhile, the American and British troops were pouring out of our bridgeheads like water from a broken main. By the 2nd week of September, they had flooded across all of France, Belgium, and Luxembourg, and were seeping under Germany's front door on the Siegfried Line, washing up Jerry by the hundreds of thousands. We were beginning to wonder whether those groundhogs were going to roll right over Berlin before we had a chance to jump in. But we stopped worrying when General Jim Gavin, who followed General Ridgway as boss of the outfit, began to bear down on training. We were getting into the act once more. Only it wasn't Berlin. Not yet. The 82nd, the 101st, and the British 1st Airborne were going to drop into Holland. The idea was to use it as a jump-off position for a quick drive to Berlin. We knew how important it was from the way they fixed us up with plenty of everything. We took off September 17th. Big show, all right. I guess colossal would really be the word for it. The Air Force had blasted Jerry Ack positions for weeks. The weather was with us. Our pilots were right on course. The drops went fine. The glider landings were almost perfect. Almost. The Dutch pitched in and helped where they could, even though they suffered too. There was no mistaking that they were glad to see us. The first few days were easy, easier than anything we had tried. Groesbeck, Grave, Moke were ours for the taking. The Air Corps boys kept us fixed up on supply pretty well. And the British Guards Armor Division came rolling along to back us up with the heavy stuff. We were getting along fine, till we reached Nijmegen and the big bridge across the lower Rhine. Jerry figured that bridge was pretty important. So he dug in and fought the way Jerry can when he gets his back up. For 3 days, we fought to clear the bridge of snipers and secure the other side. It was a dog-eat-dog fight that took the best we had in blood and guts. But on the 4th day, British armor rolled across the bridge. The Krauts tried hard to get it back. They must have been nuts. No one was taking that bridge away from us. In December, they sent those of us who were left back to France for a rest and train the rookies. It looked like a good deal until this guy decided to get into the act. For a change, von Rundstedt was doing the attacking. Not only attacking, but putting everything he had into it. He was moving in on 1st Army headquarters and threatening to cut off 4 American divisions. So, off we went, without winter equipment, overshoes, or shoe packs. In less than 24 hours, the 82nd was moving into position 150 miles away on the northern shoulder of the Bulge. Yeah, pretty pictures the snow made. Christmas card stuff. But there wasn't much goodwill lying around. It was dirty, bloody, gut-tearing fighting. And the cold was worse than the bullets. Sometimes we kept moving ahead because we'd freeze if we stood still. Every medic was a hero in that white hell. There were plenty of heroes, fancy ones. Did you ever hear of Chenou, where a battalion of our boys ran into a regiment of the cracked 1st SS Panzer Division? They had everything: artillery, tanks, self-propelled guns, half-tracks, and flak wagons. We? Oh, we had rifles, bazookas, grenades, and guts. So, we attacked.